Exactly. Hey, Chet, are you there yet? Hello, Mr. Chet Balmer. That sounds very wrong. Chet Balmer sounds like something that should not be said. No. Hey, Comet, how are you doing?
Hello, Comet.
And I should probably start.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day to be made it. Oh, won't you? Something like that. Don't want them copyright strikes and stuff.
Exactly. Especially since Twitch is a bitch.
True story. Oh, hey, I just got a notification. The ANY is live.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But
Let's
I
check
hope
that
you.
out.
I was really hoping you wouldn't abandon me in this crucial moment of streaming history, where
I really like watching this streamer, though.
I
don't want to miss it.
for what reasons do you watch him? Is he particularly funny?
Yeah, he's okay, I guess.
Okay, yeah, sounds a little bit okay. Humor.
You know, it's
humor doesn't
entertaining
seem-
in his own way.
This is basically streamer gold nowadays because it's hard to stay funny forever.
Very true.
Yeah. Any fun pet companions maybe, or?
Oh, he got some new pets recently.
Oh my, does he now?
He channeled his
he's-
inner soul or something like that.
That's how one does, nah? Girls do the bubble bath. Now what's it called? The whirlpool stream? No,
Oh, the hot tub.
hot
streams?
tub streams. Thank you. The ladies do the hot tub streams, and the boys they cannot hold their it doesn't work unless you have watched this particular episode of the Awkward Cast where I explain that one German colloquialism for boobs is Möpse, which translates to pugs, as in the dog.
Yeah.
So
Nice pair of pugs you got.
yeah, and since I don't have my nice pair of pugs,
You gotta pet your dachshund, right?
exactly, yeah. So I need to have other nice pair of furry companions.
Drive it into the ground. Straight down.
Yeah, I can understand if you would rather watch this other guy right now than being here for that train wreck.
Yep.
Oh boy, I already need the first zip and it has nothing to do with with the game, it's just me. I needed to wash myself down.
0 viewers. Well, at the beginning, duh.
Gee, rub it in. Yeah, you see, Yuri, ever since you abandoned us, the viewer count has dropped. They always only came for you. Now I'm here with my voice from the off.
Speaking of small dogs, I saw a cute dog on my way home
Oh
today.
my, did you know?
It was a little, looked like a Jack Russell Terrier crossed with a dachshund. So it was a long, short Jack Russell Terrier. But it was kind of chubby too. so,
God,
yeah.
humans need to stop playing God.
Animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Talking about our man-made abominations are still asleep, aren't they?
Yep.
Yeah, let them
Little
sleep.
chaos noodles are
Let
still
them
back there.
sleep. They will probably come in halfway through the stream and completely throw us for a loop.
Probably.
Probably poop right in front of us on the floor.
But we probably shouldn't put them on camera until Sunday anyway. For their big debut. Unless you want them to debut now.
Yeah, it's a Let's Play stream. You guys would not be interested in seeing cute little ferrets, would you? You are here for Phoenix Wright and me drinking rage juice to survive. Also, the
music's
music is a
about
bit
that.
loud. Oh, so
Turn it
we
down.
are a bit quiet.
Turn it down, old man. In regards, in comparison to us anyway. I mean, I might be a little quiet anyway, because I'm over here while the microphone's over there.
Wow. Okay, now I have adjusted plenty of it. Hopefully enough.
Okay.
We'll see, but yeah, thanks for letting us know. Always good to have live feedback because it's hard to tell.
It makes it easier in post.
It not just in post, also just
In
in general. But yeah, so I guess yeah. And now it's time for our enigmatic intro. Hit it.
Last time on Gaming in Ties, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Gant managed to slap the kibosh on our investigating, and the next trial went underway. Lies were sussed out, truths were revealed, pictures were interpreted in different ways, and our Emma Skye had inadvertently killed her savior from the wicked Joe Dart case. And it seems like Gant might be scot-free to leave the whole thing unscathed. Or is he? And is the sky for Emma reached, as well as A&Y's mental capabilities in this game and trial? Guess we gotta object ourselves more into this endgame with more Ace Attorney.
Hello and welcome to Gaming in Ties. Let's get in there! And thanks again to Enigma Prince for providing this recap of the last episode, because I have forgotten everything that happened.
As usual.
Yes. The historic Sing version?
Oh yeah, the new one that's just came out recently. That's new to Steam.
Okay.
And new to North America as well.
Yeah,
the
but...
one that's like historical Phoenix Wright ancestor or whatever.
I see.
I'll probably play that one, but I doubt you'll stream that.
I had it up. I mean, there's a high chance that I will potentially give other Phoenix Wright a chance, but for Let's Play streams, it has a certain level of exhaustion. I mean, how many episodes has this series been now?
A lot.
Uh-huh.
And you're getting crazier and crazier.
I definitely need a break from visual novels for a bit after we finally finish this one up. But yeah, a day, shortly afternoon, defendant lobby. Sorry, Edgeworth. I didn't mean to get you in trouble. Don't worry about it. This is my problem, not yours. Okay, haven't done his voice in a while, but I guess I got it. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh my. If it's Phoenix and Edgeworth, it's always interrupting something. Oh. Guess I am. I'll come back later. Aww, sad puppy. Wait, Detective Gumshoe. What is it? Whoop. You've got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run all over while duty. And to top it all off, you call me here. I have seen happier people at funerals.
Wait a minute, isn't he fired?
He is, isn't he? Yeah. I think it's Lana's having you run errands again. Let me tell you, this is the last time, pal. Ooh, evidence law. Okay. Here, she asked me to give this to you if there was a break in the trial, today's trial. Evidence law? Edgeworth was talking about this the other day, was he? Jesus, 2 weeks ago, maybe even 4.
Oh, it's the other day was
also,
more
bye,
than 2
Yuri.
weeks ago. Bye.
That ill... What?
He was talking about Terraria.
Oh. Shit again. The rough even.
But yeah, the other day was for us several weeks ago because the trials have been so long.
It is. This is night alive.
But yeah, I think it was when Cough-Up Queen Lady was on trial and she was like, yes, you can't present evidence from us this because of evidence law, blah 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 blah.
Okay. There, flashback.
Oh, there you go.
You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so.
You could at least study some evidence law. Really?
Whoa! And now I have a book on evidence law with a little ducky on the cover.
Now you can study.
Hey.
On the job.
Hey. And it will probably, this entire book will probably conveniently be summarized in maybe a paragraph or 2 that I can look through in the court record.
Of course. You don't have time for deep lore in this game.
The chief prosecutor also wanted me to give you a message. Message? She said, if you're planning to take him on, you're going to need this book. Him. I guess I'll need to give this book a thorough read. Miss Guy explains the 2 rules of evidence law.
2 rules.
Yes.
Whole book. 2 rules.
Yep. Doesn't look like that book'll do you any good though. All that's left now is the chief prosecutor's sentence. That's where you're wrong, detective. Huh? Haven't you figured it out yet? Why I'm still sitting in that prosecutor's seat, despite all the allegations being thrown at me? Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. The real trial today hasn't begun yet. What? What else is there left to do? Your credibility been all but ruined with his forged evidence you were unaware of. Emma Sky found out she's unwittingly caused a man's death, and now you're telling me you want to do more? You've got to be kidding me, pal.
Your voice is going weird places for him.
It is.
Also, hi Applejack, hi Netro.
Hey guys, how you doing? You're missing the point, detective. Lana didn't murder Detective Goodman. Ugh. She merely stuck a knife into his dead body.
Big difference.
That means the real killer is still out there. Jesus, he's hyperventilating at this news. What? Now I remember his voice. It's more like down those lines. And you are going to expose him. And we are going to expose him, no matter what it takes. This case has hurt too many people. It's time to bring it to an end. I should really check this book of law, shouldn't I? Evidence law.
Probably.
Yeah.
Though if I'm remembering correctly, I know this game well enough. You'll heavy-handedly advise to
Wink,
read
wink,
it
notch,
before
notch,
you
notch,
have
notch,
to
wink,
present
wink,
it.
wink, notch, wink, notch, wink, notch, notch, wink, 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 notch, notch, wink, work nation.
Exactly.
The court will now convene for a trial of Miss Lana Sky. Miss Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor.
the inquiry committee is planning to impose harsh penalties for your actions.
Oh, he's taking. Thank you for the news, Your Honor.
Yes, well, normally this is where the prosecution calls for the witness, but this isn't easy to say. You see, there is some concerns that you, Mr. Edgeworth, may have
Struck a bargain. You think I may have manipulated the witnesses?
Oh, I didn't say that. It's just to, you see, everyone has been talking and...
The judge is not supposed to be swayed by that stuff.
Very well, Your Honor. I have a solution.
A solution?
That being the case, the prosecution will allow the defense to call forth all further witnesses.
What? There's no precedent for what you are proposing.
Undeniably, this is an unusual arrangement, but a very effective one. It would prove that I haven't struck any deals with the witnesses.
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say?
Unbelievable. Inconceivable.
Inconceivable.
Inconceivable. Unbelievable. Inconceivable.
Keep saying that word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
Edgeworth has found a way to continue the trial.
Hey, Wolfie.
Hey, there's a wolfie in the chair. Very well. Very well. The defense accepts the prosecution's proposal. Clap.
Oh, then it's settled.
First things first. I need to read an entire book now. Okay, chat, lean back. This might take a while. I mean, it's an entire thick book on evidence law. Anybody who has ever checked out any any law, any legal books on lawyering, you will know it's dry, it's long, it's wordy, it's 1 page with 2 paragraphs, I called it.
Not even full paragraphs.
Yeah.
Basically 2 sentences.
Rules for submitting evidence. Rule number 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Rule number 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, we kind of actually tackled Rule 2 before without
Exactly.
explicitly...
That was what came up. That was what why it came up before when you were interviewing her. Because she was like, "Yes, well, I have this evidence to present because it's Not registered, but I can present this as relevant to this case because of the rules of evidence law.
Ah.
Hi, lieber Stern.
Hello, hello.
Oh, then it's settled. The defense may now call forth the next witness.
So-called defense. Oh wait, this is not the.
Mr. Wright. Ah. You do realize that this is your last chance. If you call the wrong witness, this trial is as good as over. The defense calls.
Larry Butts.
The time finally has come to bring out the real murderer. I'm pretty sure Lana did the murder.
Your client.
Oh, I actually. Okay, the good news is, if I for jokes or for stupidity fuck it up, it's not instantly game over. The downside is I see this life meter up there in the corner, so I'm actually going to lose valuable life points. So, okay, we already established Lana Sky stabbed a dead body. So it's her sister, Emma Sky. We know she's capable of murder because she murdered before by accident, which isn't a murder. Okay, never mind. Gumshoe. He was sus since the first case we ran into him.
Yes, he's been playing dumb this whole time.
He was playing the long game for sure. Okay. Bruce Goodman. The victim is the murderer.
It was suicide or he faked his own death?
Both.
Oh.
He faked his own suicide.
Ah. Or he meant to fake his own death but accidentally did it for real.
Yes, but either way, he is definitely the murderer. Nah, too obvious. Yes. Here's the thing, I don't think that he is the actual murderer, but I want to see him convicted and executed.
Ouch. That's a bit harsh.
He is the product of natural selection failing. We need to restore balance. Him. Okay, she gave me a tip. Okay.
Look,
this bit is getting long.
He'll be fine. You think that he's really gonna reproduce?
Okay.
I think the general gene pool is still safe.
Okay. But yeah, the hint is time to finally bring up the real murderer. So obviously, we don't have to get any other witnesses first.
Let's bring this guy who should be retiring anyway.
Yes. Damon Gant. The defense calls Damon Gant to the stand. Hey, turn to rap somebody.
David Gant. What does this have to do with anything?
The defense. Oh, good. Still normal voice, not. Yeah. For a moment, I was going there for Edgeworth. As the defendant's partner 2 years ago, Mr. Gant has first-hand knowledge of the crime. I feel we should hear what he has to say about it. As luck would have it, he should still be in the courthouse. He would also be the least likely to have been manipulated by me in any way. Wouldn't you agree, Your Honor?
True. All right. Bailiff, please escort Mr. Gant to the stand.
Well, I mean, at least this judge hasn't been bribed, so he's not a corrupt judge.
That's true, but also hello and welcome, Wolfhead. Witness, please state your name and occupation. What is this? Some kind of practical joke? I was just on my way to lunch. Your name and occupation, sir? Worthy. Are you sure you want to do this? Your name and occupation? So, you want to play hardball?
Oh, Mr. Gant, please.
Fine. My name is Damon Gant. I am the acting chief of police. Now then, Chief Gant, the court requests to hear your testimony. All righto. What's with the grim face? First, let's clear up the SL9 incident. Oh,
You mean that time when Lana's sister murdered that prosecutor? Personally, I think it's been made pretty clear already.
There are still some things unaccounted for.
Oh, like what?
Like the role you played in all of this.
Son, either you are very brave or very foolish.
Why not both?
Uh-oh, I hear noises.
Should I go check on them while you talk to yourself?
I guess there's not a single lady in the courtroom, so yeah, I guess I could just keep talking to myself.
You are aware, of course, that a police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal.
Weapons?
Sure. Take my testimony, for example. I don't have to give it if I don't want to.
What? Is that true?
Oh, I'm afraid so. The chief of police has the right to refuse to testify.
Of course, such an action carries with it certain risks.
Ah, don't worry. I'm not here to hinder your trial. Just remember, if this turns out to be a big waste of time, don't say I didn't warn you.
The noodles are still at rest. Must have just been the wind blowing the
fair,
bag
fair.
around.
Very well. The witness may now begin his testimony.
You see, audience, the noodles love IKEA, and by IKEA I mean our IKEA bag. It's very crinkly.
Yep. Which I actually put up earlier as a motion detector when the garden door was open.
That's why it was in the middle of the hallway.
Yep, so they couldn't leave the bedroom without me hearing them. Okay. What is the name of the studio behind Phoenix Wright? Is it
Capcom.
Capcom? Okay, Capcom, drop a beat.
As I recall, Neil and I were questioning him that day. To make a long story short, we slipped up. That power outage didn't help either. When I went to my office, I found Lana there. Apparently she had already arranged the crime scene. As you can see, I had nothing to do with the forgery. Oh, is that what Darker was arrested? Him. He was lying on the floor, unconscious. When Emma sent Neil flying, it was Darker pumped.
It seems.
Huh?
It seems dark.
It seems Darker bumped his head. Oh, I see. Everything seems pretty clear-cut.
If the police chief has the right to refuse to testify, then I'd better hit him hard and fast.
That's what she said.
Hey. Oh, me and I were... As I recall, a ceremony was held at the police department that day.
Yes, that's right. I guess you could say I'm a workaholic. After winning this award, Neil was all fired up too. That's probably what spooked Darke and made him run away like that.
Was the defendant Lana Sky also present in the room?
I don't quite remember. At the very least, she wasn't there when Darke ran for it.
To make a long story short, I was slipped the power didn't help. So the two of you ran immediately after him?
That's right. But Darke made it to the elevator first. So Neil and I split up. We went upstairs and he went upstairs and I went downstairs. I guess you could say he got lucky.
What's this about a power outage?
Ah, that. The elevator stopped all of a sudden and I got the shock of my life. Well, Probably not as shocked as Neil was when the knife went through his heart, though.
Ha 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 ha.
That's not funny. Now into my office, I found Lana. Could you tell us what you saw? Ah, it was a shocking sight. Blah. Neil and that serial killer were lying in a heap on the floor, all tangled together. Dake was also lying collapsed on the floor? Yes, apparently he hit his head and was knocked out. Yes, with a vase, with a porcelain vase thingamajig. That looked like, what, the troll abomination monster thing?
The blue badger.
Ah. The blue badger.
Will haunt my dreams forever.
Next to them were those two poor girls, Lana and Emma. Lana was cradling Emma in her arms. Looking back at it now, she must have already known what her sister had done. Apparently, she had already arranged the crime scene. How can you know that? Because of the victim's body. It had already been moved. So that means you found the body near Lana's desk? That's right. I think you said earlier it was my suit of armor that really stabbed the prosecutor. Yes? Anyway, as you can see, I had nothing to do with the forgery. So you're saying that the forgery had already taken place by the time you arrived at your office? That's exactly what I am saying. I can understand how Lana must have felt, but moving a body and hiding evidence are inexcusable no matter what the circumstances. Is that how it really went down? Staring at the witness won't do you any good, Mr. Wright. If you are going to stare at anything, you'd better off staring at the court record. Worthy, always the smooth talker. But which piece of evidence is ties to Gan's forgery? That's actually a good question. Okay, not the book. Found in Chief Gan's safe. Evidence for something, but what? Bears Emma's prints. Oh yeah, the only thing we could... A clear handpin found on that leather cloth. The print belongs to Emma, and I think it can't... I'll keep this information to myself. Anything on the back? No, nothing. Okay. It could be. I mean, chances are that he ripped it out of the vest and then kept it as blackmail material. List of evidence as a 9 evidence is half of the list. If I check this, I just get the stupid picture. So this is, I mean, somebody ripped it apart, but still not sure. This is just a photo. Don't see any stabbed in the back. Oh,
There's a noodle on the move.
there's a noodle on the move.
Be right back, chat.
Okay. Stabbed in the back, died from puncture hard lung. Oh. Ooh. So we are reaching the point where I might need help again. Files of the Dark killing. Anything in here? It's close. Predator, crime, sensor, victims, trial head, witnesses, head prosecutor, investigators, inspectors. Okay, there's no forgery in this item. Find a fragment found in Chief Gan's safe. Emma written on the surface in blood. This will become relevant for sure, but
does it prove any forgery on his end? Not really. Sending him here? I don't know. Maybe the fact that... Wait, had we filled it out? No, we have not filled it out yet. And we are on the SL9 incident, so the ID record also has probably nothing to do with it. Two years ago, Harvard. Might have been. Be ripped up. I might need some advice here. What piece of evidence ties Gant to the forgery? I mean, my top candidate is the forgery of the situation. I mean, I can kind of narrow it down to 3. Either the evidence list that got ripped apart and handed over incomplete, which I believe happened through Gant. Then this handprint that Gant, that Gant kept, which not necessarily is forged. It's just some blackmail material, so I don't necessarily. And maybe the King of Prosecutors trophy because it has a missing part.
I would say go with something you found in his office.
That would be one of those two.
I would go for either the list or the jar also.
The jar? Oh, right. The jar also was already in it. Yeah. Jesus. Wouldn't it be the ripped up picture? Also the jar, yeah. Like Enigma said. Or that picture. Now that picture is not... Both... Is this part of the forgery of the crime scene? Because, yeah, the knocking out of...
We found a piece of the jar in his safe, so that would seem he withheld evidence at least.
Yeah, but for some reason the rest of the jar was actually part of the evidence and was in Goodman's locker for some reason, so once again weird. But yeah, the jar seems like... the jar or the list. Okay, I have a little bit of life to go, so I guess I can't present right now anyways. Oopsie. How dare you move in the presence? Wow! I believe you really spooked him. Look at his tail hair. Anyways.
I'm gonna be away for a second.
Ah, okay. Of course. I guess, okay. Lana did admit to forging evidence, but that can't be the whole truth. Somehow, I've got to link Gant to the evidence. Okay, here's the game telling me linking him to the evidence. So, yeah, something... I dare to say it is the list or... How bad is it? Oh, okay. Crime scene, nothing to do with the forgery. Okay. Present. List or jar? List or jar? I have the feeling, because with the list we had the specific mentioning that I believe it was Gant who forwarded the half list to Edgeworth and withheld the rest. So I'm going with the list first, and if it isn't the list, then I will try the jar next. Fingers crossed! Music drop! Yeah! God, I'm so good. I just like, nah. I'm so good at solving crimes that are totally not scripted video games for adolescents. Anyways, you claim you had nothing to do with with the forgery. But I'm afraid that that is a claim you cannot back up. Well, proving a negative, you can only disprove it, kind of. Explain yourself. Several pieces of evidence were found in your... I could have used both, isn't it? I broke my head for like 2 minutes over the fact that I could have used either. Taking this list for example.
Oh, that's a list Amaska I drew, Big John.
This was discovered in your desk. Not only that, yep, but a piece of this jar was sitting in your office. Was found inside your safe. Can't talk anymore.
Oh, it was found there.
You see, Chief Gant, these articles of evidence uncovered in your office are both concrete proof that you also played a part in the illegal investigation.
Oh, Chief God, what is the meaning of this?
Oh, here's a defense attorney who may even rival Worthy. So you admit to it then, that you were involved in the forgery?
Who, me? Or do you mean you?
Me? Why would I have anything to do with that?
Well, you were the one who snuck into my office when you found this evidence. Prosecutors aren't the only ones capable of forging evidence, you know. Defense attorneys can do so too. Isn't that right, Righto?
However, Detective Gumshoe was present during the investigation.
Worthy, my boy. Not even detectives are exempt from the law. Rest assured, Dick will receive his due punishment.
What? If Detective Gumshoe's salary drops any further, he'll end up paying to work.
I thought he was already fired.
Yeah.
Or at
Oh,
least
yes,
suspended.
well, in light of detective's presence, please give us your testimony regarding the pieces of evidence found in your office and their relationship to the forgery that took place at the crime scene.
So did I miss anything?
The jar or the list would have worked just fine.
Okay. Where did he go?
I'm not sure. Did he even come in this room? I believe he left
was
again.
drinking water.
Oh, then I believe he left again. Probably
I'll be
back
right
to
back,
sleep.
just to make sure I know where he is.
He just woke up, pooped in the bathroom, and went back to sleep. And had a drink. Utter boy.
My. Kids these days no longer know how to put two and two together.
Evidence and forgery.
Let's see, what was it now? A jar fragment and a list. For all I know, you could have planted them in my office. Anyway, you can't prove when those pieces of evidence were discovered. If they were found after Dark A was convicted, then they are worthless. There's no reason I'd participate in the forgery. Rearranging a crime scene wouldn't help me out in any way.
Unless, of course, you had a bribable chief head attorney. What is? No.
Chief prosecutor?
Yes, that word.
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
when investigating the crime scene, you should have been more careful to observe protocol. Oh, you do understand what I'm the chief of police, right? There will be consequences. Oh, indeed. I believe I will press charges so you won't make the same mistake again.
There's the scary face.
Yep.
Oh, my apologies, Chief, but would you mind waiting until tomorrow for that? Today is, Alright, Archie. In return, though. Oh, I know. The place, right?
Oh my, what
Huh?
are these guys going on?
Yeah. What are these guys? Telepathic? No.
Telepathic.
Telepathic? No, they have an arranged thingamajig. Okay. Cross-examination.
They're on down low, if you know what I mean.
Oh boy. Boy, no. Evident, you could have placed it. I'd appreciate if you'd stop making these ridiculous allegations.
Yes, you do have a point. You wouldn't have the guts to do something like that.
What? I'll have you know, back in the day I once broke into a cattle ranch and kept...
Mr. Wright, what are you saying? Anyways, you can't prove you didn't carry in the evidence, can you? If you have proof to the contrary, you're going to need it later.
Later, what are you talking about?
What else? I am talking about when Rhinos prints are found. Yes, if they are found inside my safe, they would prove his investigation was illegal.
Never faced us anyone slimy as this guy. Anyways, you can't prove when the pieces are discovered. What?
Drinking because...
Oh. Sore throat, I put a lot of into the voice.
Okay, fair.
What do you mean by that?
This is all purely hypothetical, of course, but suppose I did place those items in my safe. Such an act wouldn't necessarily constitute forgery.
If concealing evidence found at a crime scene isn't forgery...
I'm not through speaking yet, Rido. It all depends on when the evidence was discovered.
If you found the dark key convicted, then they are worthless. Are you saying this jar fragment wasn't discovered in the initial investigation?
It would appear not. After all, it wasn't listed in the evidence list. For all we know, it could have suddenly materialized the day after Darkey was sentenced.
Oh, and wouldn't that be convenient? Right. The chief is talking about a possibility. So long as you can't rule that out, your remarks, however clever they may be, will only succeed in wasting time. Tell me something I don't know.
Come now, Rhino. Think about it.
There's no reason I'd participate in forgery. How can you look me in the eyes and say that?
Because I'm innocent.
Sure.
Remember? Who was it that murdered Neil?
Oh, I'm not sure I care for why the murder here, but in the end, the person responsible for Mr. Marshall's unfortunate demise was Emma Skye.
Well, now do you see?
Arranging a crime scene wouldn't help me out in any way. Really, Chief Gant. At the very least, there is one very large benefit you've reaped from all this.
Oh, I wasn't aware. What is this benefit?
That would, of course, be the position you have, Chief of Police.
Oh,
The resolution of the SL9 incident secured your promotion to Chief. That, in itself, is sufficient motive.
Oh, that's a good one.
Huh?
Do you really think I am that incompetent?
What do you mean?
Even without that case, I was already in line to become the next chief. The resolution of the SL9 merely sped up the inevitable a little.
Is this true, Edgeworth? Yes, he was going to make Chief anyway.
Be careful when pointing that finger, or you might wind up being the one pointed at.
So that means there's only one possible motivation for you to commit forgery. If you didn't do it for yourself, then you did it for someone else.
Don't be silly, Worthy. You know me better than that. There's only 3 people in the lookout for. Me, myself, and I. There, it's out in the open now. Audrey, would you mind if I changed my testimony a little?
Oh, by all means, please do.
I wouldn't be anyone's accomplice if there was nothing in it for me. Press. Nothing in it for you.
Sorry, but the only person I care about is yours truly. That girl, Lana's little sister, was it? If you think I felt sorry for her, you'd better think again.
You're right, you don't feel sorry for anyone.
Be tough on crime and tough on people. That's how I was raised.
You seem to be lax enough on yourself, though.
Oh, that's a good one, Worthy.
Could there have been something in it for him? Giving his selfishness. Would he have helped someone out? Point out no or point out accomplice? True, you might not help out anyone for their sake, but if it would benefit you, you might decide to assist someone.
Oh, Mr. Wright, it appears you are positively determined to portray the chief as a nice man who likes to lend people a hand.
That's not what I mean.
Well then, who is the person who you believe Chief Gant may have helped forge evidence?
I say Lana, because then he had her in his pocket.
Yeah, makes logical sense.
Marshall got demoted after the incident, so he didn't get anything out of it. Goodman, it was his case, and he was the only one who did not get demoted, so...
He stayed basically where he was in life.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so he didn't earn anything from it and didn't own anything to the chief, obviously, otherwise, no?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Lana. Music drop. Whew, thank goodness.
Oh, Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky, that's the defendant?
I believe it's quite obvious in light of the circumstances. Emma Sky fell victim to an unfortunate series of events. Who would want to help her more than her own sister Lana? And as for Chief Gant, he would have a reason to help Lana if she asked him to. That reason, of course, is self-profit.
Oh, self-profit?
Hell yeah.
What do you mean?
After the SL9 incident was resolved, Lana Sky was appointed Chief Prosecutor of the Prosecutor's Office. The person who arranged this job change was you, Chief Gant.
But how would he profit from all of this?
He would be able to use the Chief Prosecutor as his puppet. Essentially, he would acquire unchecked authority over all investigation.
Do you mean to tell me that despite the Chief's formidable appearance, he plays with puppets?
But
Oh, wait. You must mean puppet, as in someone forced to do this bidding for him.
I didn't click.
yeah.
Maybe a translation thing? Or, I mean, I don't see how this
It was
joke...
probably a bad joke originally. Well, he's called them his puppets. So it's like,
Yeah.
oh, he plays with puppets?
Yeah.
So maybe they meant like dolls. Puppets.
Yeah, obviously,
Yeah, yeah.
obviously, but I'm not sure if it works the same.
Yeah, it
in
wasn't a
Japanese.
very good joke.
No, it truly wasn't. No, I'm not central. This is driving my OCD up the walls. Admitted, Chief. You assisted Lana Sky in forging evidence. Your motive? To appoint her as Chief Prosecutor so you could control her.
Righto, my boy. You have quite an imagination. Let me ask you something.
What?
Do you have any proof of this? That I controlled Lana? For example, is Lana testifying that I have done such a thing?
Blackmail.
Lana. She's keeping quiet to protect Emma. There's no way she'd testify against Gant.
I'm afraid without any proof, this all amounts to nothing more than mere conjecture.
Unless that is also what happened in this incident.
This incident? Which one would that be?
Of course, I'm talking about the murder of Detective Bruce Goodman. The chief prosecutor has been acting strange throughout this entire trial, almost as if someone has been controlling her.
What?
Worthy, you'd better watch your tongue. I wouldn't want you to get hurt. You see, publicly threatening people while standing in a courtroom is a thing that I just like doing.
Just what do you mean?
What he means, Your Honor, is that Chief Gant is involved in the murder of Detective Goodman.
What?
Not only that, but the Chief is now making Lana take the rap to cover up his involvement. But here's the thing. Lana was doing all of this to protect the truth about Emma's involvement in the accident coming out, which is now already out in the open.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now she actually could come forward.
True.
So,
I guess we'll have to keep pressing, see how this develops.
I guess so too. Cover up his involvement.
What? Order! I said order! Mr. Wright, you can't be serious.
Huh?
This is an effort to affront to the highest ranking officer in our law enforcement agency to accuse the chief of police of blackmail and murder. That is impossible.
How can you hate the judge, Leverster?
Judge-
His incompetence is clearly an endearing trait.
Judge.exe stopped working.
Yep.
Your Honor, I was merely reiterating what Mr. Edgeworth said in easier to understand language. It's too late. It's too late, Mr. Wright. Ugh. There's no turning back for us now. It looks like he's the one who's decided to go through with this.
Can you prove this, Mr. Wright? Oh, that the chief high-ranking officer of the law is involved in this murder?
Good question. Regardless of the rank of our title, Chief Gant is just a man. The question is he a criminal? I believe the evidence will tell.
I see. All right then. Let's see what Mr. Wright's got, and it better be good. Show us the evidence that ties Chief Gant to the murder of Detective Goodman.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's not this one. This is not Murder of Goodman. This is SL9. This is Alt. This is Neil. This is SL9. SL9. Security footage is showing Meeks and Marshall. Handprint of Marshall on the locker, which can be explained because Marshall was in there. Also SL9, fuck that shit. Evidence locker, indirectly, because we discovered this one was just used to... What was this even?
That was the thing that fell out of the locker.
Yeah, but how was a rubber glove involved in the SL9? Why is it SL9 evidence?
Fuck if I know.
I mean, my guess is that it's steam grabbing of detective at the PD. I have a feeling that it's... No, yeah, it's this one. Because we earlier established, at some point, that the thing of Goodman was... We know that Goodman's locker was open. We know that the Bruce Goodman who entered at 5:15 was actually Marshall using Goodman's card. So somebody must have entered earlier with Goodman to open Goodman's locker. And the only person who could have done this is 777777, who is Gant. So I dare to say that this thing is the evidence that links Gant to the thing.
The ID card list?
Why is the music not dropping? Yes, the one that shows who
entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. It is unique dialogue. There was one ID on the list we couldn't determine the owner of yesterday. 7777777.
Sorry, but there's no way you can prove that.
Even if we cannot prove it here and now, it's somewhere on record.
Probably.
This is such a stupid statement, like, oh boy, you cannot prove that. Yes, I can. I cannot do it right here, right now, but I can prove it. God. It's your number. In your face, like.
Just, nope, not having it.
Yeah, not having it. Fuck you. It's your number. Stop playing dumb.
Ah. What? Oh, how do you know that?
The safe in Chief Gahn's office requires a code to open. A 7-digit code.
7 digits? You don't mean?
I'm afraid so, Your Honor. The code was 7777777. The same as the remaining ID card number on the list, which means nothing. From all the coincidental stuff in all those cases, this is the most coincidental. Yes, it's a stupid number, but the card ID and the password on a safe. But since the logic. Ooh, we have the first angry face. But since the only. Since we are not allowed to do the reasonable thing, namely just call the record what his card number is, because this cannot be a secret. People must know that. So yeah, we needed this other convoluted explanation, evidence or proof that this
Break
is his
his
card
cool and
number.
make him prove it.
Yeah, but it's... Chief Gant, you entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. Yeah, we are not even discussing how flimsy of a conclusion it is that because he uses 7777777 as a code on his safe, what happened to be the card number in there that yeah, order.
Chief Gahn, what do you have to say?
Nothing. The defense. The search of my office was in violation of regulations.
And it will demand Mr. Wright, and I will demand Mr. Wright be punished to the maximum extent of the law. But right now, this court demands an explanation from you about the use of this ID card.
So, this constipation is really getting to me.
Well, should have taken the laxative.
Chief Gahn, so you admitted you entered the evidence room on the day of the crime?
Laxative start. Oh, okay, finally. Whew, this was a silent, deadly one.
What about it? I am chief of police, whether it's the evidence room or the bathroom. What's the difference? I can go anywhere I want.
Tell me, when you entered the room, were you alone?
I always go to the bathroom alone, as I do with the evidence room.
Oh my.
Detective Goodman wouldn't happen to be with you that day, would he?
Of course not. Why would he be? I hadn't seen him in days.
You hadn't seen him in days? Chief Gant, I'm afraid you've just undone yourself. On that day, you have had to have met with Detective Goodman.
What do you mean? This trial's purpose is to determine Lana's guy's guilt.
No, it isn't, Your Honor. This trial's purpose is to determine the truth. If Chief Gant met the victim on the day of the crime, then we need to determine one thing: what transpired during that meeting.
In that case, Mr. Wright, I'm going to have to ask you for evidence. Show us proof that the victim went to meet Chief Gant at the day of the crime.
Oh, jeez. Okay, this is just the card. Found in the prosecutor's office. Yeah, this is just where Marshall dropped it. Doesn't mean anything. Old news. Murder, old news, not the right one, not the right one. Yes, due to loss of blood found in a doesn't mean anything. Victim's memo found in car trunk. SL9 220 Muffler. Edgeworth. This doesn't tie him to it. Found at the crime scene wrapped in a defendant still doesn't tie those two in the same room. What was it? Oh, I can do page twists. I didn't know this until now. Mind's been blown this day. Okay, this is just the solution. This is the stupid ID card where we just started. Lost ID card thing has not really any meaning for this thing.
Did you read the whole description?
Of what's this one? A half-written documented data can only be submitted to the chief of police. But it's only half-written, so... I mean, I take it this was you giving me advice, but this is once again bullshit. It was half-written, so he didn't bring it to him. Why would you submit something half-filled in?
Oh, maybe he finished a different... Well, he made an error on that one, so maybe he filled out a different one.
That sounds speculative.
So, are you having fun? Seductive wants to know.
Ah, yeah, getting there. I guess there's only one way to have fun. It's time for the pink.
Where's the gin?
Hmm?
Where's the gin?
You mean
The genie.
the genie? The genie is right next to the fridge, obviously.
Okay.
Only the sign. Or is it? I mean, here's the thing. Only this can open it, and we know that it was opened. This has nothing to do with it. Stab in the bed, this is still this is the SL9 stuff. That doesn't really matter. It's somewhere between the locker, because the fact that the locker was open proves that Goodman was in there before his murder, and yeah, he must have been in there with somebody. Is it really that one? Half-written, documented. I mean, yeah, I see he's... Oh yeah, Enigma asked the hard question. Will Denim ever get a line in this part? I mean, you got to read the introductory recap.
Well, I mean, in theory, if you read through a testimony, then keep going to the end of it. Usually, Lana gets to say something.
But Lana is not here.
Emma gets to say something about it. But
It's true, but
yeah,
even not that.
Otherwise,
Should I give you one of the characters? One of the
no,
dudes?
you're doing great, dude.
You just enjoy that tomorrow I will literally not speak a single word because my voice will be gone.
You'll be Gans, you see?
Yeah, definitely.
Voice be gone?
Can't.
Gans?
Gone. I wonder that too. It's almost likely Denim isn't even there. I mean, she gives side commentary.
Yeah, once in a while where it seems fitting.
Yeah. And
Otherwise, I get to play video games on my phone. I mean, Yes,
Exactly.
And clean up their accidents.
that too. Also, yeah, I assume once the noodles will join us, she will probably present them into the camera or something. When they wake up naturally. It seems a bit unfair to wake them up during the stream.
Do it now or wait till Sunday.
Yeah, let's see what happens. Fine. Since I don't really have a better idea, I will go with the item report. Detective Goodman lost his ID card on the day of the crime. Or, to be more accurate, Jack Marshall stole it. So Detective Goodman filled out a lost item report. He would have had to give that report to the chief of police. Yet you are in possession of the report, which means you can't be sure if he filed it. He filed it. How do I know, you ask? Because he needed to enter the evidence room that day.
He needed to.
Yes, to transfer the evidence out.
Ooh.
Detective Goodman took the form to you, Chief Gant. Then You accompanied the detective to the evidence room.
I accompanied him?
There's no other way the murderer and Detective Goodman would have entered the room.
Hold on. Let me guess what you are going to say next. I, the chief of police, murdered poor Goodman.
Exactly.
But wait! The chief didn't necessarily need to accompany him to the evidence room. He could have just lent him his ID card.
Yes. Now that you mention it, I believe I might have done something of that sort.
Sorry, but that's not possible. According to the record, your card was only used once, yet you showed us your ID card earlier. What? If you had already lent it to Detective Goodman, it would have been found on his body. Whoa, what the hell? That was an animation, alright?
Chief Gant, you didn't,
He was like going exploding in shadows and lightning and blah 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 blah. Oh yeah, the ferrets sure are a handful, I can tell you. Even so, yeah. Only when they're awake and they're asleep the majority of the time. Yeah. The murder was most likely a spur-of-the-moment crime, for no one in their right mind would choose the police department as a place to commit a murder. After the murder, you contacted Lana at the prosecutor's office. Why? To dispose of Detective Goodman's body, of course. You're forgetting, Mr. Wright, that the victim's body was discovered in the prosecutor's office's parking lot. How did he manage to move it there?
I was at the police department the entire day, you know.
And everyone once aware that Lana stayed at the prosecutor's office after the ceremony. Dude, it was in the trunk of your car. You moved the body. It's not that hard to. It's Etros just feeding us. Anyways, purple has joined my life. Pink has joined my life. Everything is better now. Actually, I haven't tried the pink one before.
How is it?
Very pink. You want to try?
Sure.
I mean, it's a little bit on the bitter end, due to it being tonic. But it also has a very strong fruity aspect that normal tonic doesn't have.
That's a lot of bitter for me.
Is it now? Curious that.
I mean, I'm possibly a super taster, so if
Oh, okay, yeah,
I
that's
taste bitter flavor stronger.
okay. That is actually a fair argument. Good thing you had your own drink to wash it down,
Yep, I'm sticking to the regular juice.
which is ginger ale.
Yes,
The ginger ale juice.
with lime juice.
That's true. Everyone except me, it seems. Still, you're the chief of police. You have an entire police force at your disposal.
Oh, so you think I just ordered an officer to do it? Hey, you! Take this here dead body over to the prosecutor's office. I don't think so.
Chief Gunn, you left all the evidence we need to prove how you moved the body to the prosecutor's office. And all this time, I thought I was a useless clue, just taking up space. Really?
How could...
How would the chief have moved the body? Mr. Wright, show us the evidence.
To move the victim's body, Chief Gant used this. No. No.
He doesn't have an attorney's badge. Why would he use an attorney's badge?
No, not the attorney's badge. I mean, it would probably have to be something with wheels that can be moved between the evidence room and the parking lot. And we know of one object in my inventory that has wheels besides the car that it ended up in. And I believe what we are currently trying to prove is, or to point out, is how he moved the body from the evidence room to the car.
Keep going.
Even so, he is kind of a 7-foot tall, 8-foot wide man. He's an item. He's a unit. So I have my hard doubts that he couldn't carry a small Japanese goodman on one hand. But okay, let's play along that he needed some kind of helping item to move it. Because yeah, this little fucker is on wheels.
Well, where would you put the body on that though?
So you're trying to tell me that it's not him?
Well, I'm asking you to explain. If it is that, then where would you have put the body?
Anywhere? He could have maybe took the puppet off and placed the body.
Okay, this game doesn't have that high of a rating as far as audience that can watch play this game.
Also, too late to show your face. I guess I said something really dumb that required your expression.
Yeah. Well, you have an adorable purple kraken next to you. Can we see her face? Those might be connected. Maybe.
Can we see her face?
And that's all you get, folks.
Da-da-da-da-da-dum. Also, there are those handprints and smears. So, in case they are not part of the Gumshoe's artistic incompetence, then maybe because he laid a body on there, or kind of. But yeah, I guess that is what the game wants us to show. I mean, it's taking care of a crime, couldn't admit.
So how exactly did they ask the question?
To move the victim's body, Chief Gant used this.
To move it where?
They didn't specify. He was just like, oh, how should I move the body? It's
So
like,
the body ended up in the prosecutor's garage?
yeah, I don't know. He's just like, how did I move the body? Take it there. So yeah, of course it's the car. Of course it's the fucking... I'm not sure what the game wants from me, as always.
Do you want me to help you or not? Or do you want to guess?
Since I basically since I don't get what the game wants from me, you can help me, yeah. What is it?
I mean, how did he move it to the prosecutor's parking lot?
In the fucking trunk that it was found in, duh! Why is the game asking me that? But yeah, I thought it was a hint that Phoenix was like, whoa, this was taking up space for nothing in my inventory.
I mean, yes, there is an object that you haven't ever used.
Is it the parking thing?
Yeah. Alright, there's technically two objects. That's one of them.
What is this?
And,
This is
and you
parking
can choose
also.
either one of them
Okay.
here.
After the crime. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, if it's not that one, this will be really embarrassing.
That's
We have
the-
such a
that's
strong
the other
reaction.
option. That's the other option.
No, but I mean, like, if it's actually not that one, and like, I'm boo,
Big
super
break.
big break.
Nope,
Click.
wrong.
Oh.
Bum, 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 bum.
Music drop. This is how he moved Detective Goodman's body. By taking a screwdriver and putting it up Goodman's butthole and transporting it like a popsicle.
How quickly did you drink your first juice?
It's a good juice. What's that? A screwdriver? Oh no, the judge is thinking the same thing I just said out loud.
Maybe he wants to borrow it for his
Look
meeting
at-
with Gaunt later.
Look at those shocked wide eyes.
What that doesn't have. But what does that have to do with this case?
Well, Judge, to explain you what a popsicle is, may I demonstrate? Mr. Edgeworth, think back to the day of the crime. What is this screwdriver doing here? Yes,
You had to make it bad.
I presented.
Hashtag
Now do
blame
explain
and
why. Oh, blame it. Sure. It's here because Oh, wait, he didn't know until now? He hasn't figured it out himself yet? I thought he was supposed to be the smart one. I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. In any case, on the day of the stabbing, I brought this back here. After the ceremony ended that day, I didn't plan to return to the prosecutor's office, but you did, because Chief Gant asked you to. You mean I... The body was found in the trunk of this car. Yes, of course you have been the... Oh, God, he's back. Back again. Yes, he's back. Yes, he's back. Yes, he's back. Hello, Mr. Bot.
Excuse me.
My mods are too fast. I don't even know... Oh, God, it's all in German now. No, I don't want to... Mod status. Yeah, let's give mod status to the bot. Timeout? No. Ban this motherfucker.
Banhammer!
Ban this motherfucker. Wait, Enigma Prince beat me to the punchline anyways? God damn it.
Bum, bum.
But anyways, I got to find out where the ban button is.
Yep.
The body was found in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. What a twist. The body was...
I think it's obvious what happened.
Yes, it is. The body was moved by...
Yeah, he invited the car up into the evidence room. We've had a pair in the courtroom.
No!
Isn't that so?
It's from the beginning of this case. There was never even any doubt in my... I wasn't aware that it needed pointing out.
Yes, that was a sneeze. I have strange sneezes sometimes. Usually they're much louder than that. I say not
I am
addressing
very
the question.
tempted to just down this entire...
No.
To just chuck this entire glass
No,
of
we
pink.
still have almost 50 minutes to get through.
The mere notion that anybody in this entire case was not automatically assuming the body was transported there.
Or they just forgot about that. They just didn't make the connection of, oh, right, that's why it was in his car.
You're not going to stop me?
I'm just gonna stare at you, judging you.
Fine, your judgment stopped me. Whatever. As you said, I
Now
need
I
to
have
survive
to
another
catch up.
50 minutes. No, you don't. I have what do we do? I have a hyper...
Metabolism.
Yeah, I have a hypermetabolism and
Strong
a German
constitution.
and a strong constitution, a hypermetabolism, and a German liver. Don't try to keep up with me when drinking. Jesus.
Nah.
Even if you are like an 8th German or something.
Nah.
There. Was it an 8th?
I don't know. I don't know the math for genes.
And I thought you
Technically-
liked denim.
Well, technically they're...
Ow!
Technically there's German on both sides of my family, but to different degrees.
Yeah. So it's a math challenge. Da la la.
I mean, if I felt like selling my DNA to Ancestry.com, I could probably get them to test it. But I don't feel like
Yeah.
it. Besides, my brother talked about doing that one time, and if he ever does, then I definitely don't need to.
Ah. I don't know. It would be curious because, for me personally, because a grandfather of mine actually had created an entire family chronic. Then again, only on one side of the family. And this chronic shows that at least half of me has a very long German family tree. But it would be so curious to be like, wow, I have been Japanese the entire time. No wonder I'm such a weep.
It would have to be pretty far back from
That-
the
that-
gene pool.
I don't, or on the other side.
Meh.
Once again, my mom's side has no entire chronic.
Yeah.
Anyways, yes,
We're not here to discuss genealogy.
yeah, not today at least.
Welcome to the genealogy test.
Yeah. Yes, unless of course you have another explanation, Chief. Why else would you have asked Mr. Edgeworth to transport evidence from the closed case? Grr. There's only one plausible explanation. You transported the body to transport the body to your accomplice, Miss Lana Sky.
Order. What's going on here? Oh, is there no room for rebuttal to the defense's outrageous accusations?
Think about it. Think back to the photograph Miss Starr took at the prosecutor's office. This was not a photo. This was not a photo. This was not a photo of the body being stuffed in a trunk to be taken away. Stuffed in the trunk. This was not a photo of the body being stuffed in the trunk to be taken away. It was exactly the opposite. It is a photo of the body being taken from the trunk.
Chief Guard, please say something.
I believe your time's up.
Oh, my time's up.
Sorry, Rhino, but I'm having lunch with the District Attorney General after this. We have to get going if we are to make it in time for the early bird special.
But the cross-examination isn't finished yet.
Remember what I told you earlier. A police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal.
Weapons.
Like the right to refuse to testify. I am invoking that right now.
What? No, that is not a right to be casually invoked. There are certain risks to be considered.
So you're going to just run away after all this?
Run away. Don't make me laugh, Worthy. I stabbed all good men. That's what you are saying, right? But if you had any conclusive evidence, you would have presented it by now.
Well,
You think I had Lana dispose of the body? If so, then show your proof and get it over with.
Oh, I see it. I say it again, Mr. Wright. Demon Gun is the current chief of police. This court will not tolerate any accusations against him without concrete proof. Well, Mr. Wright,
Your Honor,
do you have any concrete evidence, proof that Chief Guard murdered Detective Goodman and made Miss Sky dispose of this body?
do I have any concrete proof? Present evidence. I can't let him just squirm his way out of this. I got to keep the pressure on. Yes, Your Honor, I do have such an evidence.
Really? Please tell us what your evidence is.
Yes, please do tell me. I have no fucking clue.
Then please hurry up and present it. Just remember, it better prove Chief Guard murdered Detective Goodman beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Shit, man.
Do you want any help?
Let's first see. Maybe I can find it out. So, the murder weapon. Usually in Gadget's keyboard, traces of blood on it. Okay, this is actually not the murder weapon. It's the thing that Lana used to stab the body afterwards to make the actual stab wound look different. The actual stab wound was this weapon. Found at the crime wrapped in the defendant's muffler, small tag attached. Is this enough?
Let me know if
Bears
you need
traces
evidence.
of blood from Goodman and Lana Sky. How did she cut herself again? Oh, she was so enthusiastic about stabbing the already stabbed body that she hit it.
Something like that.
Yeah. Digman was after the crime was committed. Parking lot. She just said muffler and called Emma. Victim found in the car's trunk. This is just a note from Goodman that he has to move the shit, I believe. Death due to loss of blood, one knife, died within an hour and a half. How convenient that for once the time of death is not narrowed down. Record of parking in the prosecutor's lot doesn't prove that he murdered. We have those two. We have the shoe. No, this doesn't prove anything. This defendant's muffler, tag on it. Maybe this one. scene of the stabbing of the what? Oh no, okay. There's a blue badger. This is the handprint. Right, so this is the handprint by Marshall, and it's on Marshall's thing. This is Goodman's thing, and who's not Goodman? Gumshoe, and I believe this is also Gumshoe's handprint, wasn't it? That it doesn't tell me anymore.
Something like that.
So pointless. Tagged evidence from the doesn't prove a murder. This doesn't prove a murder. This doesn't prove the murder of Goodman. Only the knocking out of Darke. By simply by the process of elimination, the only, or rather by having literally not found anything better, I say it's a switchblade knife. Do I risk it? I mean, I still have full life, so I guess I can risk it without checking back with you.
It's up to you.
Yep, I have enough life. If I actually run close on life, then we can go for the...
Okay.
Well, so, what exactly is this evidence?
I hear a little bit of a beat drop. It's proof. As to whether or not it's enough to demonstrate the chief's guilt, I'll let you to be the judge.
What? I am the judge.
Oh, right. Well, what do you think, Your Honor?
Unless they haven't said what the evidence is.
What I think, Mr. Wright, is I'm going to be late for lunch.
I guess it wasn't enough. Please, Your Honor, give me just a little longer to consider.
I say to me, Mr. Wright, Demon Gang is currently chief of police.
This court will not tolerate any accusation against me without evident proof. Well, Mr. Wright, Your Honor, do you have any concrete proof that Chief Gant murdered Detective Goodman and made Miss Guy dispose of the body?
Do you want any help?
Any concrete proof? Present evidence. Jesus, I have to jump through all of those hoops again?
Do you want any help?
Let me look at the evidence again.
Alright.
And then better prove Chief Gant. Okay. Maybe, whoopsie, maybe it's actually the this thing, because that's probably the blackmail material that Gant used against her.
Are you asking me or just saying out loud?
Is it a piece of cloth?
No.
No! Okay. Proof that he murdered and Lana disposed of the body. It's obviously not this picture, because this picture was just shown and dismissed in the context. Victim's memo found in the trunk. Death due to loss of blood. Wait a second. Is it the evidence room? But there is a fuck ton of blood in there, or is this blood actually supposed to all be from Meekins?
That's not the evidence.
Yeah, but I mean, if there is a giant pool of blood in the evidence room that now is clear to not be from, it's clear it cannot be from the Goodman scene in the evidence room.
But it doesn't prove it was Gant.
That is true, but it...
Not beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Nothing in my inventory does this.
Hey, you got it.
So I actually have to say no, I don't have evidence.
Yep, that's correct.
So after having this game, throwing this absolutely asinine, oh, do I give up or do I continue playing?
Hey, you were the one that commented on the fact that made you go through the whole thing of saying, do I have evidence, yes or no again, instead of just giving you a second chance to pick an evidence.
I haven't picked the wrong evidence often enough to have memorized how the game normally treats it. So how do I get out of here then?
I don't know.
I probably have to fail one more time.
Probably.
One more time. That's totally how the rhythm goes. Okay, so
feeling so free. What's gonna celebrate?
So I guess I have to
celebrate and dance for free. One more time.
Oh, no one agrees.
This roof, whether or not bubbly bubbly boo da ba bubbly ba bubbly bee bubbly bubbly blah blah.
Pause the music to throw you off.
Dibby 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 da ba da ba ba bubbly boo da ba 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 da ba da ba da ba 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 ba. Mr. Wright? Wait, did I accidentally click too often? Without concrete proof. Well, Mr. Wright, Your Honor. Do you... Okay, now he's asking. Prove the Chief Guns murdered the guy. Do I have concrete proof? I have no proof yet. It's no use showing evidence I'm not even sure of myself. No, Your Honor. At present, I have no conclusive evidence.
So, Aji.
In that case, this court is forced to penalize you for your allegations against the chief.
What?
Here's a tip. Never gamble what you can't afford to lose, Rido. It seems that Lady Luck was on my side again today. Okay, Aji, I'll leave the rest to you.
No objection from Edgeworth or anything? What?
I warned you earlier, Mr. Wright. This is an affront to senior officer of the nation's law enforcement agency.
They have to wait till it's dramatic.
Yeah. Lady Luck, huh? Maybe we should have a word with her.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you mean?
There is one lady who knows the real truth behind this trial. We haven't yet had the honor of hearing her testimony. A lady who knows the truth. Another witness. In the absence of conclusive evidence, the only other method of proof is testimony. But Chief Gans has invoked his right to refuse testimony. There's still someone else, one more witness who can answer all the questions raised in this trial. Someone right in this very room.
Who could that be?
Mr. Edgeworth, who is this person?
Huh? Why are you asking me, Your Honor? Have you forgotten? The defense is the one calling witnesses today.
Oh, Mr. Wright, does such a witness exist?
She may not be willing to tell the truth, but we can't just stop now. Yes, Your Honor.
Stop me now.
The defense calls for Emma Sky. Nah, we know it's Lana.
Yeah. I couldn't remember the name of the other lady, or I would have said her as being facetious too.
The coughing?
Yeah, her.
Yeah.
See, you can't remember it either.
Of course not. I have a horrible memory when it comes to names. It will mean the game ends sooner. Wait, what?
Yeah. Maybe just call it and quit. It would be the game ends sooner. He was trying to give you a hint too.
That's a fair.
The defendant, Miss Lana Sky.
She was in the underground parking lot at 5:15 on February 21st. Her task to dispose of the victim's body, in accordance with a certain someone's order.
Mr. Edgeworth?
The prosecution has no objection, Your Honor.
Very well, the court will now take the final recess for the day. In 50 minutes we will convene to hear the defendant's testimony. This court is now in
Hold on.
Oh,
Ah,
Chief Gun, I thought you were going to eat.
Listen good, Lana.
he's talking to Lana. No, really, how could you tell?
No,
I
it's just
don't-
a new nickname for you, Phoenix.
I don't think you need me to tell you this, but if you accept Mr. Wright's claim, there will be terrible consequences.
Again, openly threatening people in... Jesus. Somebody do something? That's the second time in this singular court day?
That's right. Your sister will be found guilty for Neil Marshall's murder.
This is... he's literally publicly, openly out threatening her. Hello!
He is the police, though.
Of course, you would never support such an outrageous claims anyway, right? Just something to think about. Alright then, I've got a lunch date to meet.
Okay, if there aren't any further objections or threats to the lives of other people, because keep in mind, in this universe, being convicted of murder means death sentence, so we would have to murder this 16-year-old little wannabe. This court is now in recess.
Leap, if you're still here, I'm with you. I hate the judge too.
But it's
Right.
his endearing trick.
No, right under his nose, he witnesses a very explicit threat, a blackmail, and he is like,
What threat?
Well, recess.
Gun's just being quirky and weird.
This judge is very lucky that incompetence is not offendable or suable or offense or punishable offense. Looks like we managed to stay in the game. Yeah, thanks to your help, Edgeworth.
That, Chief, here's something else that boss. Detective Gumshoe.
Detective Gumshoe.
Ha ha ha. I'm not a detective anymore.
Now he remembers. Oh, yeah, sorry about that.
Nah, don't worry. I've already decided where to work now. At your office.
My office?
Sure. I'll take the place of the top-knotted girl you used to work with.
Could he mean Maya?
Still, looks like we are all out of moves now. Chief Gaunt's done it again. How is he always gets the upper end?
It's not fair. He has the right. It's not fair that he has the right to refuse to testify.
Hey, Max.
Hey.
Enigma says, don't judge the man's character. The man's character.
Normally, those drinks are deserved for painful jokes in the game. This one is on you, Enigma.
That's just gonna encourage him.
No, I'm pretty sure that Enigma would not do anything just to sabotage me and make me drink more
No.
rage juice.
No, of course not.
Enigma is a very integer person. He is royal, not I let you know, and we all know that royal people are beyond petty shenanigans to make plebs like me drink pink
Did you say rape juice? Oh my gosh.
pink rape juice. It's one letter.
This isn't the Honey Pop stream.
Even in Honey Pop, they're surprised.
Yes,
Thankfully,
but you
no.
have a tendency to say things that sound terrible out of context.
Oh boy,
You're
I
constantly
do.
talking about knocking out the girls.
Oh boy, it's true.
Remember, kids, you can only watch that stream if you're 18 or older.
Settle down, right?
I'm not right.
Remember what the judge said.
Remember what the
Well,
judge
this is not
said.
All right, too
Be
careful.
your
There are certain risks to consider.
By the way, it's 9:30. Where are the noodles?
Still asleep, apparently.
At this point, we have to wake the noodles, otherwise they will be up all night.
Yeah, it's true. But I'm about to get lines again.
Are you?
You're calling Lana Sky to the stand.
Oh yeah. So
I'm
you,
gonna have
you,
lines.
you better come back before recess.
Fine,
then.
you finish this recess. I'll go wake the noodles.
Risks. What did he mean by that? Yeah, once again, Phoenix Wright proving that he is absolutely ignorant to any aspect of the legal system he wants to be a successful attorney in. Jesus fucking Christ. I understand the technical concept of a audience surrogate, but having an absolutely incompetent buffoon as your surrogate is not a great feeling, especially if you are playing him. A sippy cup for the grace juice. Ooh, grape juice. No, I take the grace juice, no take these backsies. This is now grace juice. Ah, see, the pinky is off. Graceful indeed.
It's simple. If the chief refuses to testify, the opposite has also holds true. Wait, is this Lana by any chance? You, I mean you're a forfeit. It's right to say anything too. Oh!
Oh no, it's the noodle! Let's see if we actually see noodles coming through the door. Well, where's the door? So far, no noodles. Emma, are you okay? Apparently no noodles. Okay. Oh boy. Oh, there's a noodle. A noodle on an arm. Whoop. Noodle coming up. Oh, now we missed the noodle coming through the door. Hey, Eddie. Oh, the food is still in the bedroom, isn't it?
No, it's right here.
Oh, it's also here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Food and water.
we already took care of it.
Well, Eddie just found the toy.
Found it. Anyways, probably.
Yeah, when I came to, I was in the medical office.
It's a noodle. It's a. Oops. Hi, Elliot. Oh no! The idea of carrying him in your shirt backfires horribly. Whoop! Hi, Elliot. Yeah. My little stinker. Oh boy. He's already getting. Oh, he's awake now. He is awake now. Whoop! There goes the ferret.
Hang on, grab him.
And here's my new co-host. Oh, where is he? There he is. Whoop. Oh no, poor Eddie is missing out.
Well, he doesn't like these treats. Oh, you want one now? You don't like these. Yeah, have one. But you don't want them. That's on you. It's on you, buddy.
Anyways, back to.
Well, you don't need me. You got
But he's really
Elliot's
bad
in my
at.
chair.
He's very bad at reading voice lines.
I think he'll be fine at it. Oh.
Well, now you have given him a treat. No, he's not. Wait, maybe. Elliot. Come over. I hold both chairs. Come over. Come in. Come on. You're an athlete. You can do it. Come on, it's your favorite treat. Oh, come on, baby. Whoops.
You made it.
No elegance whatsoever.
No, Eddie, you can't go back to bed. You'll be up all night if you are. And you'll be keeping us awake. Too.
Anyways, back to.
Yes. I've been listening to the trial from the gallery.
So she heard everything that's going on. That's been going on. Emma, I'm sorry for what I said before.
No, don't be. It was the truth. You know, it's funny. I almost feel somehow relieved.
Relieved?
Yeah, now I finally know what really happened. To think that all this time, my sister was being blackmailed by that terrible man. You see nothing?
Dum dum dum. And she did it all just to protect me. Ever since her appointment as chief prosecutor, everyone who knew her said she changed. Perhaps it was easier that way for her.
But what do you mean? What do you think? I mean, you follow
It
Chief
sounds
Gan
rough from
to follow
outside.
Chief Gan's orders that she must have shut herself up deep inside to force herself to do anything and everything the Chief told her to do. That must be why she became so cold.
This was a good purchase.
Oh wait, he's already. Oh.
I bought a cat toy.
Oh, but
Already broke.
you bought a cheap cat toy, I guess.
I did. It's true. I mean, I've got glue. I can probably fix this.
Yeah, I also have hot glue. Well, it was all my fault. It's all because I murdered Mr. Marshall.
I murdered Mr. Marshall.
Hey, don't go blaming yourself now. If you want to blame anyone, blame society, pal. Wait, what?
Chief Gant may be able to fool everyone else with his forgery, but he can't fool my memory. I remember now. I knocked Mr. Marshall into that armor.
I see. Well, we'd better get back. It's time for the final act.
He's trying
Emma.
to run away with the feathers,
Oh.
but they're attached to the wire.
Well, Emma, why don't you wait, huh?
No, I'm going with you.
Ah,
I want to be there when Lana tells the truth.
let's go, Wright. It's time to end this. Tempting to take this as a final cutting off point. But we have 20 minutes to go still.
I was gonna say, if we go a little longer than usual, we might be able to finish today, actually.
Today even.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my. Well, I'm not sure why I'm saving then, but
Yeah, keep going, why not?
yeah.
Although it is tempting to just end the stream and play with the noodles.
I know. Wait, I have a brilliant idea. It's a shitty camera, but
At least while they're over
you
here.
have this camera. Let me completely not distract from my own stream here. What is it? This is a media source. This might be a media source. No, this is not a media source. I always forget what it is.
It's a camera
Input,
source?
is it a...
Display capture? You sure it's not media source? Video capture device.
Wait, where? There. Where it's by alphabet. Oh wait, I already have this one.
It's your puzzle.
Blop. Wait, where is it? It's already in here?
Because you used it for puzzle stream. Oh, everybody's going for the other new toy.
Unless, of course, it's not plugged in.
That I can't help you with.
Let's see. No, device, USB camera. Is it not plugged in? We follow this cable all the way back. Yep, it's pretty much not plugged in.
Yeah, you just hit me with the plug.
Sorry.
Also, if it's plugged in, it's not going to reach.
I see. So much for the ferret cam.
We could end it early.
Or we could go longer.
He seems to be
Questions.
getting bored of it already.
Okay, so let's not overexpose.
Yeah.
Let's rather take it to the next level. Oh yeah. Oh look, she's back in the courtroom. Oh, now we have two voices again.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Now then, will the defendant, Miss Lana Sky, please take the stand?
Miss Lana Sky, you are the chief prosecutor. I'm sure you are aware of what is required of you.
But Mr. Edgeworth, you already know everything. You know all that I've done these past 2 years.
Please provide a card with your testimony, Miss Guy. And remember, you are under oath. We can't want to hear the truth.
Of course, the truth. Lana, no matter what happens, I'll always be your sister.
Now then, your testimony, if you will. First, tell us about your relationship with Chief Khan.
Everything hinges on your testimony. You're the only chance we have to get Gaunt.
Gaunt and the fabrication! I worked alongside Gaunt for years. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago all by myself. When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. My only motivation was to get Dark convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma.
Wow. Good job there. I mean, obviously she needed to do that in order for us to have a reason to cross-examine her. If she actually just would come forward, would have been too easy now, wouldn't it?
Oh, are you sure about this testimony?
Your Honor, I'm confessing to a capital offense. Of
Okay.
course I'm sure.
Oh, sorry.
But Lana!
If this is true, then that means that Chief Khan has nothing to do with this.
That's what I've been telling you from the beginning. Please, Mr. Wright, you've got to help her. She's sacrificing herself because of me.
But what if she's telling the truth?
She's not. I know my own sister. Whenever she speaks stiffly like that, she's hiding something inside. Deep down, she's really screaming in agony.
Oh! Yeah, this is no time to start second-guessing myself.
The defense may now begin the cross-examination.
Okay, here we go. We just keep pressing on everything, as always. How many years exactly?
Ever since I made senior detective. Let's see, I was 24 then, so that would be 5 years.
Detective Grunt and the Detective Sky were legendary partners. I personally saw them testify in numerous cases.
She must have been good coming from the same school as Mia. Of course.
Damon Gant was a respectable detective, that's why.
That's But think about it, Miss Sky. You didn't murder Detective Goodman. You told me as much yesterday in jail.
You still don't get it, do you, Mr. Wright? Any testimony you cannot present in court is as useless as idle gossip. I stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. And I fabricated images 2 years ago all by myself.
Yes. Did you do so to help your sister?
Joe Dirk was a serial killer. My sister almost became his last victim that day. I didn't want that incident to ruin her life.
But what she did was justifiably self-defense. She wouldn't have been charged with anything.
Wait, who were lesbians? And I don't know about that. Lesbians are as infallible as any human. That's not the point. She was traumatized that day, all because of that creep. That's why I couldn't forgive him. Lana!
So that's why you fabricated the evidence 2 years ago?
You say you did this all by yourself?
Yes.
Would you mind telling us what you found when you arrived at the crime scene?
It seems I was the first person to discover the scene. The broken prosecutor award knife was stuck in the victim's body.
What? But Prosecutor Marshall died from an unfortunate accident.
That's only a situation you dreamed was possible. The reality is, it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life. Fantasize all you want, Mr. Wright, but I'll never change this statement.
You mean the Prosecutor Marshall wound up being killed by Darkey?
Something like that.
If that is so, what happened to the other murder weapon? Darkey was carrying a switchblade knife.
Oh, that was lying on the floor a little distance away. It was probably knocked away in the struggle.
That's not how it went down. She's trying to cover up her lies with more lies.
All just to protect me.
So, when you found the scene like this, what did you do? After all, this is what everything boils down to.
Yes.
You planted the tip of Darkey's knife in the victim's body?
And when you moved it to the back,
But why? Why would you do that?
Sorry. Noodles and IKEA. You of all people should know, Miss Edgeworth. You've always had a good head on your shoulders.
My head isn't that bad, but maybe I ought to ask for the sake of the others. Why did you plant the knife? Why did you move the body? I don't have a penalty thing in the top, so I guess I can just ask whatever I feel like. And I mean, like, moving... I guess it both boils down to the fact that she tries to... Wait, no, she actually says that there was no body moving? I don't know. But why did you do that?
Come now, Mr. Wright. Even you should be able to figure it out.
oh, very well, let's add this to the witness's testimony. The reason Mrs. Knife fabricated the knife, Miss Sky.
I really didn't live with fabricated his body to be all the proof we needed.
I believe this was actually added. According to your testimony, Prosecutor Marshall's broken knife was the murder weapon, right?
Yes, and leaving it at that might point the blame away from Dark. I felt the most effective way to get him convicted would be by having the tip of his knife found inside the victim's body.
Oh, you buried it inside the victim's stab wound?
Yes, because I hated Dark for what he did. My only motivation is with Dark.
So you arranged the crime scene. Are you sure you didn't do things to keep Emma from looking like the murderer? Too slow. How many times do I have to tell you, Mr. Wright? Wait, you just leave him there? Ah. Do I have to say to you, Mr. Wright, Emma didn't do it, period. Huh? Wait, we had two of them? Oh no! Nobody told me! Is he hiding in the sofa again?
He might be. He's not over here.
Oh well. Are you so desperate to hide the fact? You're willing to risk a death sentence? She's lying! She did it so I wouldn't be blamed for what happened! In any case, as a prosecutor, what I've done is unpardonable. There's nothing I can do to make up for my actions. Mr. Wright, my sister's lying! Looks like she's determined to protect you to the end. She insists that she fabricated the evidence by herself. There's no way she could have done this alone. I've got to get Lana to talk more. If she's lying, then she's about to slip up and make a contradiction. Huh. Okay, I assume she really walked with him alongside him.
There's no truth to this blackmail theory. I guess I could.
Sorry, folks, to leave you with his voice, but the Noodles had another accident. They're still being trained. It's okay.
When it comes to Elliot, I highly doubt that it's accidents. It's malicious nature.
I'm trying to put it in words that the audience will understand.
There's no truth to the blackmail theory. Hi. Oh sure. Now come on. Come to my desk. Why don't you? You little oopsie. You little nasty rascal. You. Hmm. Gotcha. Whoop. Hey, Stinky. Oops. Stinky. What do you think of? A treat.
What do you find?
I gave him something. No, I don't let you back on the desk.
What did you give him?
Huh?
What did you give him?
A treat?
Oh, the little one?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Right, he's the one that likes it.
exactly. Elliot. And no, I won't let you back on the desk. Sorry, buddy. There's too much stuff right now. Whoop. Okay. Up. Let me grab you properly and down into the nest. No. He's determined to stay on the desk. No.
This gets full of interesting
Exactly.
things.
So now he's back on the floor. What are you going to do now? Oh, he's protesting. He's trying to climb back on my lap. Wow, he's pissed. Oh shit. What is on the desk that makes him so excited?
Everything.
You are not the alcoholic. Eddie is the alcoholic. Eddie always tries to lick out any glasses he can find. No matter if alcohol or juice or coffee. He likes human juices. Anyways, so yeah, blackmail. There's nothing to the blackmail theory. I have the feeling that showing off the... Oh wow! Jesus, he's completely mad right now.
Hey, boy.
Mommy!
Come on.
Daddy didn't let me climb on the desk.
Come on, little poopy butt.
Good luck with containing this little monster. So much for containing. Yeah. Oh, there was still a little crump left on my lap.
Oh, that's what he wanted.
But he was also determined to get to the desk. Little one. Oh, see. Now he's trying to get.
Claws. We're gonna have to clip those soon.
He wants back on the desk. Always remember to support the bottom.
Sorry.
That's where the parrot dance comes from. Exactly, that's the Oh god. Oh yeah, he's yawning. He's showing us that he's not amused. Oh, he's already getting half-lit eyes. He's like, ah. Okay, so yeah, blackmail. I have the feeling that maybe the cross could help us forward at this point. Fabricated evidence 2 years ago all by myself. Do we have anything that we can show that is proving that she did it by herself? I broke off the tip of Darkest knife, planted inside the wound of... Somebody did. This one is hard to pinpoint on somebody else. I knew the tip of the knife burden in his body would be all the proof we needed.
Which turned out like that.
Might
Because we showed off a naked ferret.
Oh my. We showed off a naked hairy noodle.
Yep. How dare you, sir?
My only motivation was to get Dark Hay convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma. God, why can I not move faster backwards? Jesus. What am I?
Just fall asleep with my hands like this.
Oh my god. Falling asleep, isn't he? You found the magical ferret grip.
Apparently.
Oh, he's just giving up on life. Maybe he got depressed. Okay, what else do I have? Something. Found a chief gun evidence for something, but what? I have the feeling that this might be the answer to the blackmail line. Died from puncture to heart and lung. A knife tip was in the wound. Yeah. That's what she says. That's a dark.
Did you just drool?
Okay, I will just try the clause on the blackmail theory line. But if that's not it, I'm afraid I need your assistance again.
Okay.
Okay, I try the clause on the blackmail theory line. Let's see what happens. No music drop. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in the statement, Your Honor. No, it does not really clear it.
Oh, exactly. The evidence statement doesn't really.
They aren't. They are they.
Not at all.
Okay, a contradiction. I need to find something that contradicts what she says. Okay. I worked alongside Gan for years. That is probably true. There is no truth. I thought that it would be a contradiction because it was a blackmail thing. I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago all by myself. Are we sure that her testimony is the last testimony we need to... Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
No.
Having been forced into a docile position. It's like those...
He ran into the blanket.
Oh. It's like those cars you draw backwards and then they pew, shoot forward. This is basically what we just did to Elliot.
He zoomed off as if he was gonna go tackle the other one, Eddie.
Yeah, but now he's
Stole it,
tackling the IKEA bag.
No, that's Eddie.
Oh, Elliot! Okay, what is Elliot doing?
Elliot went to the blanket, now he's in the bathroom.
Oh. Oh well. So, but yeah, her testimony is the last one you need to make our way through, or?
Let's see, what hint can I give you?
2 years ago, all by myself. Maybe the vase plays a role somewhere?
Keep going to the next statement. Next statement. Press that.
Oh, press it.
Yes.
I pressed it before. You planted the tip of Darkest knife in the... Moved the body. But why? Why would you do that? Oh, put move adverse. Oh, wait. I had this decision thing here, and earlier I asked about the plant the knife, but I never asked about moving the body.
Correct.
When you showed up on the scene, where exactly was the victim's body?
It was where you deduced it was, by Chief Gant's desk.
But the body was found by your desk. Why did you move it there?
The reason for that is simple.
Oh, let's have the witness explain this in more detail. Where the reason Mrs. Sky moved the body.
Pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan.
Press. Pieces of jar, you mean...
Yes, that wretched jar you showed us earlier. In order to show that Dirk committed a crime, the crime, I felt it would be more expedient to move the body.
So, when you first found the body, the jar was already...
Of course, it had been shattered to pieces. If you looked at the crime scene, it would be clear right away what happened. Neil Marshall was dead and Dark was lying unconscious. In other words, the jar must have been broken during their struggle.
Oh, I see.
What's the matter, Emma?
Apparently the jar shattered at the time the crime was committed. But I have a feeling there's more to it than that.
There must be a contradiction there somewhere.
Anyway, I committed this fabrication completely alone.
Oh, wait. Is this a contradiction? Huh? It has nothing to do with Emma, and there is the name Emma written on the jar. No, I accidentally pressed instead of showing quality. Oh my. Ferocious beasts fighting.
They're playing.
Oh no. Oh no. Run, Eddie. Run. Quick into the pipe. Yes. Very good. Very good. Whew, this was a close call. Oh. Yeah.
They're okay, guys. We're supervising.
Yeah. Oh, actually it's Eddie right now who has a grip on Elliot.
They're just very vocal when they play, don't worry.
Objection!
I object to your tube!
You keep... Are you sure you didn't do this to keep Emma from looking like a murderer?
How many times do I have to tell you, Mr. Wright?
Oh. Okay, Elliot, look.
Whoop. There is ferret action going on here, folks.
There is.
I'm not talking about this guy.
Oh. That was right.
Emma didn't do it. Period.
Are you desperate to hide the fact? You're willing to arrest the sentence? Oh yeah, wait,
She's
we had
lying.
this
She
before.
knows how an event. In any case, as a prosecutor, what I've done is unpardonable. There's nothing I can do to make up for my actions. Mr. Wright, my sister's lying. Looks like she did.
Yeah.
I have to separate you guys.
Whoop, are they... Wait, one... But look, Elliot is now running away. And before Elliot was like, guys, this is really not a good thing. Okay, right now, they are under a
blanket there.
They are under a blanket that's under my chair. So I cannot move anymore. This is like sitting on a time bomb, because if I move my chair now, they are trapped under.
For the
Hi.
record, the blanket is there to keep them from pooping under his chair.
Which they might or might not have been doing. Wow, now he's just like rampaging over here.
He's looking for hiding spots, I guess.
But okay, they are not beating each other up anymore, so
Okay.
it seems like the big battle is over. You two stinkers. Okay, back to it. Gonna talk more. Okay, so I have the feeling on the last statement. Or, I mean, I also unlocked a new line. Was this necessary? Broke the tip of the knife. Inside would move the body. The pieces of the jar that shattered during the event threatened my plan. Okay. Threatened my plan. So yeah, I don't see the only motivation. I have the feeling that I present the jar on this one.
Okay.
You're just saying okay.
Do you want to hint or not?
Yes.
Go for it.
Okay. No, don't look at it, Jesus.
You don't see me, Chan.
Present it. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are the evidence and second related? They aren't
Okay,
they?
which statement did you present it on?
The one where she is like it has nothing to do with Emma.
Well, that's not the right statement. Right evidence, wrong statement.
God damn it. Oh, eating. Okay. Okay, so this statement then.
Yes.
No, I'm pressing again. Jesus. The won't expect the body to move, and my first body already the jar already. Of course. Oh yeah, she's claiming that it was broken already, but no, he wrote the name in the blood on it. So the jar has been broken during their struggle, okay? I see. No, you don't see. What is the matter? Oh, this is also the time
Yeah, the
crunch
jar
committed.
shattered at the time the thing was committed, but I have a feeling there's more to it than that.
There must be a contradiction here somewhere. Anyway, I committed it completely like that. The piece of jar that shattered during the... Okay, so I present the jar on this statement now. Let's see what happens. And the music drops. Miss Sky, I understand how you feel. You committed the crime 2 years ago to protect your sister.
You mean the forgery of the scene that where Neil Marshall was murdered?
If that truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life will have been in vain. Even so, I am compelled to bring to everyone's attention a significant contradiction within your statement. A contradiction... oh no, actually...
A contradiction in my testimony? It's more likely than you think.
You testified, and I quote, "The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan."
That's right.
Oh, do you have a problem with that?
It's a simple oversight, really. You see, a message was written on this jar with the victim's blood.
Yes, the prosecutor must have written it in his final moments.
Exactly so. And this is where the contradiction lies. In order for the victim to be able to write this message on the jar, it must not yet have been broken before he died. He couldn't have written Emma's name on a shattered jar. Oh my god, I never caught on to that, but he had a point.
Order, order.
Your Honor, it would appear more information is needed in regards to this jar and its bloody message. We may be missing something critical here. Something critical? Chief Prosecutor, it seems you are as in the dark as we are about the truth towards which we are headed.
What?
Just tell us exactly what you saw. We'll piece together the information to arrive at the truth.
Oh, well, the witness may now continue her testimony.
So,
Yes.
do we want to keep going with another testimony, and then we have a lot, even when we finish the thing, they have to go through all the explanation of how everything went down.
Maybe
Keep going late?
maybe we should jump off while we
Into
still
here.
can.
If we finish early, we can switch to some other game next time. As
Yeah,
well.
sounds good. Sounds good.
The noodles demand attention.
The noodles do demand attention. I cannot leave now. Now I should be able to leave. Yes. Save. Yes. Yes. I am saving. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Oh yeah, but as you guys can hear, there is some action going on. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Yep, he wants to climb the game consoles.
Yeah, sadly I have not really figured out a good way to camera catch those actions and share them. So, I guess this will mark the end of the stream, and maybe we can record some of the shenanigans on phone and share it later on.
Keep your eyes on social media.
Exactly, Twitter and Discord, and until next and hopefully last time of Gaming and Dice Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright. Bye!
Bye!